everyone, welcome to Danalos Digital. On this channel, we teach you everything digital marketing so you can improve your business or become a digital marketer yourself. Today, we're going to explain a term. So let's say you've gone to Google and you've searched something, let's say delivery, and you saw ads from Bolt, Glovo, and let's say Jumia in that order. Ask yourself, how come Bolt was number one? Let's say Jumia was number two, and then Glovo. Who did that order? What factors are involved in putting it in that order, where one is first, second, third? That process is called auction. Have you heard that before, or you would like to learn? So, as a business, you may be interested in promoting your businesses so that anybody who searches for a key term which is related to your business, you can show up for the person to make a decision whether he will click to visit your website or to your app or to whatever the destination is. When you try paying for such a promotion, it is called search engine marketing, what is popularly known as SEM. So simply put, SEM is the immediate promotion of one's website using search engine platforms such as Google. With this, you pay Google to be the number one or to be among the very first ads the person sees after the person searches for a term in relation to what you sell. But remember, you may not be the only person advertising. So let's use the delivery example I used in my introduction. Here, if you are also a delivery service, let's say you are a new one, you may be competing with people like Glovo, Bolt, Uber, Jumia, because they are also into the delivery space. And just as you would like to advertise, they are also advertising. So in that case, how does Google determine that though you are all advertising, this person will be number one, another will be number two, and another will be number three? So that is where the term auction comes in. So the term auction is what is used to actually rank these people. So anytime somebody searches for something, there is an auction. It is in split seconds, so you might not realize it. Okay, so this is where some calculations are done to determine that among all the advertisers, who comes first, who comes second, and who comes third, and so on and so forth. So that is auction. But you know that in everyday auction, it is about the biggest. It is about the one who has the biggest bid. So let's say you have some things at the pot, okay, and you couldn't pay for it, and so the pot decides to auction it. In this case, if it is a car, the highest bidder wins that auction. But for Google, for you to rank higher, although the term is called auction, it isn't necessarily about who has the biggest bid. There are other factors that are involved. And so I'd like us to watch this video where a Googler, someone who works in Google himself, is going to teach us what goes into the auction, so that you wouldn't be mistaken to think that if you have money, you can outrank everybody. Remember that Google wants the best for its users. So it's not just about who has the money. The same way, the user will also want to go back to Google if whatever he sees is relevant to him. And so it is not just about your bid. Let's see which other factors are involved.
In this talk, I'll take you through a general overview of how the ad auction works. First and foremost, Google users want ads they see to be relevant. They don't want to be bothered with ads that aren't closely related to what they're searching for. And advertisers want to show relevant ads so users will actually click on them. Meantime, Google wants to provide a good experience for users and a good value to advertisers so they come back and use their services again in the future. Now, I'd like to walk you through what a traditional auction looks like. Say we have 4 advertisers competing for space on the search results page, and each has indicated a different amount they're willing to pay for a user to click their ad and visit their website. $4, $3, $2, and $1. I'll refer to these amounts as the bids. Now, in a traditional auction, ad positions will be determined exclusively by bids. The highest bidder would get the first position, second highest bidder the second position, and so on. Google uses a variation of what's called a second price auction. And in a second price auction, the buyer doesn't have to pay their full bid. They only have to pay the amount of the next highest bidder below them. So in this particular case, the first advertiser was bidding $4, but they'd only have to pay $3, which is the bid of the second highest advertiser. Same thing applies to advertiser 2 and to advertiser 3. This design allows each advertiser to bid their true maximum willingness to pay for a click, but they only have to pay just enough to beat the competition. Now, in our Google auction,
Okay, so I'll pause here just so I can explain further. So you saw in the video that there are about 4 advertisers bidding. Everybody came with his own amount. So for example, if I'm doing an ad, I choose how much I want Google to charge me per a click. So Google, I'm doing ad for Glovo. Well, anybody can see my ad, but only charge me when somebody clicks on the ad. Then Google will ask you, how much do you want me to charge you per a click? Somebody may say $4 per click. Somebody may say $1. Somebody can even say $0.1 per click. So Google sticks with what you have told it to do. So now in the auction, what happens? If I win an auction, I only pay enough to beat my competition. So if let's say my competition was, let's say, $3 and I won the bid, I only need to pay, let's say, 3.1. Even though I had told Google that I would like to pay, let's say, up to $4. Google wouldn't say that because I told him that I can pay $4, and so he would just deduct $4. No, he only charge me just enough to beat my competition. And so sometimes it is very difficult to know the exact amount you spend in a day. So those who've run ads before will tell you that on Google, if I say charge me, let's say, $100 per day, by the time the day will end, you may have spent only $80 because it's not automatic. It's based on who you are bidding with and what bid they used in the campaign. Okay, I would like to continue.
advertisers only have to pay when they actually receive a click, and the order isn't based just on bids. Why? Because we want to show more useful ads in a higher position on the results page. Because users want to see relevant ads. Advertisers want to present relevant ads to users, and Google wants both advertisers and users to have a good experience, so they come back and continue to use our system. So we consider some other factors in addition to an advertiser's bid. The first factor is your expected click-through rate. This is our prediction of how often your ad will be clicked on when it's shown. All across Google, we rely on user feedback to drive decision making, and user click-through rates tell us what Google users really respond to. By allowing users to vote with their clicks, we have millions of people who are helping us to decide which ads are best for each search query. The next factor is your ad.
Okay, so aside your bid, Google just is not interested in your money. And so they also look at expected click-through rate. When we say expected click-through rate, they throw your ads to the general public, including you and I, who will be searching for a product. If people tend to click on yours more, then it means that you are doing something right. Either your caption is good or your product is good. There is something just unique about you. And so even if I'm competing with you and I'm paying enough as a bid, Google will still look at how often people click on my ad. And so expected click-through rate is important.
Landing page experience. An ad is only useful to a user if the landing page it leads to helps them find what they're looking for. A highly relevant landing page yields a higher score. What does a high-quality landing page look like? Well, it should have relevant and original content that helps a user complete their task. It should be easily navigable, and be transparent about the nature of your business, how your site interacts with a visitor's computer, and how you intend to use a visitor's personal information.
Okay, so let me speak about the landing page. So if you have a good landing page, as in when I click on an ad, where do I go to? It could be a website, it could be an app, wherever it is. Okay, is your content original? Are you just going to copy and paste a picture from Amazon and then just putting it on your site? Okay, how is the website even designed? Some people, their websites can only be viewed on the desktop. If you view it on the phone, you have to keep zooming in and then zooming out, meaning that it's not even responsive. Okay. And all these are things that Google looks out for. And so if you're an advertiser and somebody brings you a campaign to run, you shouldn't just be interested in you doing the ad. You should be interested in the landing page. If the landing page isn't good enough and you run such a campaign, at the end of the campaign, he will say that you just spent his money and the campaign didn't do well. But you should have pointed out to him that with such a landing page or with such a website, obviously your campaign wouldn't do well. Okay, so these are the things we have to look out for as advertisers.
Google determines ad relevance by analyzing the language in your ad to determine how well it relates to the query. This is a way to measure the ad's relevance to the user's search and to make sure that only useful ads are shown. It also prevents advertisers from simply paying their way onto search that's unrelated to their product or service. Your expected click-through rate, the landing page experience, and the ad relevance are all.
Okay, so let me talk about the ad relevance, which is very important. So in this case, you're running a campaign and you have ads, okay? But do the ads match with what people are searching for? Okay, if your keywords, let's say you are a car rental company and you know that people will search for cars, rental, okay, and your campaign copy has nothing about car rental. You are just talking about, let's say, brands or colors of cars and things like that. Without you adding relevant keywords, what it means is that when people search for those keywords, your ad will not pop up. And if your ad do not pop up, nobody clicks on it. And if clicks don't happen, you don't get the conversion you expect. So as much as possible, we need to do research as if we are the customer. You put yourself in the shoes of the customer. If I'm a customer and I need a business like a car rental company, what will I search for? Then you put down all those as your keywords and make sure those keywords are also visible in your ad copy so that I search, I find, we put together, and then it becomes easier.
All factors that describe the quality of your ad. We also consider the expected impact of any ad formats that may show with your ad. Ad formats are enhancements to search ads that more prominently show users information about your business, things like a phone number or site links or your website's domain in the ad headline. Advertisements with these formats give users more information and more reason to click on an ad. So Google combines your bid with multiple quality factors, the click-through rate, the landing page, the ad relevancy, as well as the expected impact of ad formats to calculate a score for your ad called ad rank. Let's go back to our 4 sample ad buyers and see how their ad rank compares. Here are 4 advertisers. They're bidding $4, $3, $2, and $1. Their ads had different quality: low, high, and medium. They also implied different formats with varying impact. First ad doesn't have any formats enabled, so it has no expected format impact. The second ad is only eligible for one format and has a low expected format impact. And the third is eligible for several extensions and garners a high expected impact. And for the last ad, it's medium.
Okay, quickly, let me explain what the ad formats are. So let me go to this ad and see. Okay, so if we use the global ad as an example, you see that this is the headline of the ad. This is the description where they've written, we will deliver everything from any restaurant. That is the description. Then you see things like browse restaurants, shop and gift, but they are what we call formats, ad formats. So there are so many types of ad formats. For example, there are some campaigns where you see a phone number. I remember when I used to work in Apollonia City, I add the phone number ad format, which means that you are giving the customer more information. And so Google rewards you for giving the customer more information. So we have ad formats which are site links. So site links are just links that send you to other parts of the website, like let's say about us, contact us, and things like that. And there are other site links like your phone number. There are so many other site links that you can add. Let's say if your business has an app, you can add the app link beneath the ad as an ad format. So Google expects you to give the customer as much information as possible so that before the person clicks on your ad, he's informed and he's willing to click on the ad based on what he has read. As such, they reward you for adding these ad formats. Now, Let me finish with the video quickly.
So in this example, the first ad has an ad rank of 5. Next ad has an ad rank of 15. Third has an ad rank of 20. And the last ad has an ad rank of 8. It's this ad rank score that determines ad position on the results page. And in addition, only ads with sufficiently high rank appear at all. So with this ad, with an ad rank of 20, it gets first position, even though it has a lower bid. Why? Because of its quality and formats. The second highest ad rank is 15, so that ad gets position 2. And the third highest ad is 8, and it lands in position 3. The advertiser up here, who's bidding $4, has such a low quality and format impact that it doesn't get a position on the page at all, despite having the highest bid.
Thank you for watching this video. I guess you've learned a lot about the auction process. That is how someone becomes first, second, third on the search engine results pages. Okay. So as you heard, it wasn't just about money. There are other factors, and the factors involved include 1, your bid, which is money. 2, your ad extension, and then 3, your quality score. So the next time you intend to do a Google ad, make sure that you have all these 3. You have good ad extensions, in fact a lot of ad extensions. 2, you have a good bid so that you can compete with others. Okay, and 3, you have quality score. Whatever your keyword or whatever your ad copy is, it should be relevant to the landing page and to the people searching for it. Thank you for joining us, and for the next session we're going to do a walkthrough. We're going to actually do a walkthrough on how to set up a Google Ads search engine marketing ad, because I know a lot of people want to do search engine marketing ads but may not know how to do it. So this walkthrough will be for you. Stay tuned, subscribe, and don't forget to share with other people who may be interested in search engine marketing or in digital marketing as a whole. Thank you.